Something's not right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to number 10 of the Basement Sessions. I am your host, Matt Shearman, from Close to the Coast. I'm not Scott Freeman, but to my right is Scott Freeman, and he is our guest for today on his own show. So, without any further ado, Scott, would you like to say a few words?
Well, hello, everybody. So yes, obviously, I don't have an ego. Well, maybe a little bit, but I just thought it'd be really cool for the 10th one for my first guest on Basement Sessions. He was on Basement Session number 3, Mr. Matt Shearman, who's somehow transformed into me, kind of, stolen my style.
I like to call the fashion sense Skinny Scott Freeman.
Skinny Scott Freeman. Okay, I like it. Yeah, so Matt's going to be challenging me and basically getting his own back for a couple of weeks ago, the beginning of August, when I got Matt to sing one of his songs in like 30 different languages or something crazy like that. So definitely check out the Basement Sessions on YouTube, youtube.com/Scott Freeman online. And yeah, I'm being the host right now. You need to go back to host mode.
Oh, he's not very good at the sharing thing, is he? I've come all this way, such a long way for this journey, and I still couldn't find his house one more time in this basement. I'm still not comfortable down here.
You're still not
scary.
comfortable down here?
No, it's very scary, very, very scary.
Why are you scared?
I don't know, it's just a bit weird.
It's a bit weird. Why?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a basement.
It's a basement.
Horror films. Horror is a subject we will come on to later, by the way.
Okay. Brilliant.
Okay, so anyway, as I am Skinny Scott Freeman, silly man Matt Shearman, I guess it's time to introduce the act. I've known Scott now probably for about 3 years in total. Probably first started to get to know him about a year ago, just over a year ago, an Oxjam event in Winchester at the County Arms. From there, we developed a friendship through our music, and it's carried on ever since. To which, as my friends always ask me, who is Scott? I say, he is the one-man rock band. The energy he brings, he jumps around on 2 good knees, 1 good knee, no good knees. He still jumps around. It's sometimes a bit distressing. He did do that REP night, launch night. But Scott has been a regular on the music scene around here for how many years now?
So I've been living in Winchester for over 4 years now. So playing live music in Winchester 4 years.
4 years. And when did you start music? When did your passion begin?
Okay, so I started doing music when I was 9 years old.
Distal.
Yeah, this tool. When I was Skinny Scott Freeman. And yeah, so I started when I was 9.
Hold on. Did you have the beard then?
No, but I did have man hair. I must admit, I've always been a hairy fellow. Yeah, and so I started when I was 9. I saw the film Wayne's World, which is partially the inspiration for this. And the song Bohemian Rhapsody came on, and I was a kid. I wasn't into music, but I heard this song, and suddenly I was into music. And suddenly music, just like I looked for as much music as I could find. I got into Queen big time, and then I just found more and more music. Then I went to secondary school, learned how to play the drums. From there, learnt guitar, started singing, I was writing songs since I was 9, but it was more like, I was like just creating acapellas and pretending I had a guitar. So I had all the songs up here, but it wasn't until I was about 13 that I could actually put them on the guitar. And so I was in a ton of bands. I was in punk bands, hard rock bands, indie rock bands, psychedelic punk rock bands, thrash metal bands. I was in one Dragon Force band once, which was interesting, for about a week. And so if you're watching, you don't know what Dragon Force is. It's basically like, imagine the craziest heavy metal you've ever heard, and just I was one of those, and we sang about like sailors and Vikings, and it was a good laugh for a week, and then I realised it was really stupid, and then I came to Winchester, and I was in a band, but stuff happened, with stuff happening with some of the band members, it didn't really work out, and so for one of the band's gigs, I decided to fill in. I just do what I do with the band, jump around, go nuts, like as if they were there. And people really responded to it. They were actually like, that's actually a little bit different, and I really like that. You kind of pulled that off. And I thought, okay. And so I did a few more gigs like that, and the response to me doing this solo acoustic thing was really strong. And so I just decided, I think I'm gonna do this full time without a band. Which is kind of funny because I'm just about to form a new band, so it's become Full Circle, which is one of your songs. And so been playing acoustic music live in Winchester for about 4 years now, and just loving it.
Okay, and you used to also run an acoustic open mic night as well, didn't you?
I did, yeah. So at the William Walker in Winchester, which is a fantastic pub, I was there for the first time in months the other day. I wandered in for a drink with my friend, and so I used to run the open mic night from September last year till August this year. I really loved it, but I just felt there were kind of creative limitations. I loved the people who came along, and it was just a proper gang of people. The regulars would turn up. It was really cool, but I wanted to do something a bit different, and so that's why I started this, to kind of fill the gap where the open mic night left, and to give musicians a bigger opportunity, to perform to audiences all across the world. Because I thought part of the reason I started the Basement Sessions was because I'd be travelling. I get a lot of trains to gigs, and everyone's got a screen. Everyone's on a laptop or an iPad or a phone, and everyone's like, everyone's glued to their screens. And I thought, these are the people that should be going to my gig, but they're getting their entertainment in another form now. They don't need to leave the house. And I just thought, instead of trying to drag people out all the time, I'm going to try and reach people where they're at. And so this huge experiment called the Basement Sessions began out of trying to reach people in their homes, in their armchair, because a lot of people just aren't going to gigs anymore. And that's the way things are. And people do still go to gigs, but it's hard to get people to shows sometimes, isn't it? That's
very hard.
Yeah. So I don't know what else to say on that.
Oh, we've made him shy. Okay, well, without knowing any further ado, just so you guys at home are aware, Scott's got me a plan of how today's going to go. Now, my bandmate Joe Stimpson, he will tell you how I deal with rules, how I deal with authority. It doesn't really work, so that goes. We'll start again, shall we? Now, it did say there was a song next, so we are going to do a song. However, a wise man once said, do not trust Matt Shearman, and this would be why. I'm going to reach into my right-hand pocket. I'm going to give you a pirate eye patch to wear. Close to the coast, we like pirates from where we're from. I've been a pirate before, so here you go.
Okay. Which eye is does left eye mean I have to perform it one way and right eye the other, or am I getting too ahead of myself?
If you want to make it complicated, you can. I mean, that's only the start.
Okay.
Okay, so Tom Martin, if you're watching, you would have said to him, if you're a smart man, you would not let Matt Shearman do this. Because what did I do to Tom Martin?
What did you do to Tom Martin?
I think he played a song with carrier bags on his hands.
Yes, he did.
But as you weren't smart enough to not have me, I bought you smartphone gloves to play your guitar with. So here you go, Scott, with one eye.
Okay.
You can play any song you want right about now.
Any song I want. I'm not even sure which one. Okay. I feel very weird.
Right now, he can use his smartphone with these gloves on. The question is, can he play guitar?
Kind of like Nick Fury on a really kinky night out.
I will leave it with Scott.
Cool. Hello, everybody. I'm the pirate.
I'll tell you what, let's get a couple of gars in there as well.
Gars. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So... Yeah.
Can you stop messing with my laptop, please?
Okay. So last week I've been recording my album, so I'm going to play some songs off of that. This is one I play around Winchester a lot. It's called New Spark. Some people know it as the Banana Song. This feels so weird. Woo! Grr! If we can shake the world, then we might break it. And take the lives of those who've come before. Grr! If all you see is my heart and all you see is me naked, ho ho ho, me hearty. Remember when you didn't know me at all? Was all autumn leaves and you in my dreams only up. Ba-da-da, ba-ba, ba-da-da, ba, ba-da-da, ba-ba, ba-da-da-da, ba, ba-da-da, ba-ba, ba-da-da, ba, ba-da-da, ba-ba, ba-da. If we can take a spark and form a new lightning, hey, we therefore have to live with rain again. But I drop my pick. If all you see of the star is a space up beside me, well, girl, you're not wrong, you're not wrong, you're not wrong, 'cause there's a new space in our eyes. And if you mirror stare at all like goodbyes, ba-da-da, ba-ba, ba-da-da, ba, ba-da-da, ba-ba, me hearties, ba, ba-da-da, ba-ba, ba-da-da, I'm dropping it, ba-da-da, ba-ba, ba. Do you like his poetry? I wish I could see what it means, but my pockets aren't filled with paper dreams. I want pockets full of gold. Don't you just hate these denim jeans that keep us confined, that keep us redeemed in the eyes of our modesty. Grrr! Ooh! Hey, oh, Silver, gonna steal all your women. Okay. If we can shake the world, then we might break it. And take the lives of those who've come before. Oh, oh. If all you see is my heart, and all you see is me naked. Oh, ho, ho. Remember when you didn't know me at all. So, I performed the song wrong. I forgot what comes here. I've done this a million times. Up, ba-da-do, ba-ba-ba-da-do, ba-ba-da-do, ba-ba-ba-da-do, ba-ba-da-do, ba-ba-ba-da-do, ba-ba-da-do, ba-ba-ba-da, as we live, ba-da-do, ba-ba-ba-da, as we try, ba-da-do, ba-ba-ba-da, as we give, ba-da-do, ba-ba-ba-da, as we die, ba-da-do, ba-ba-ba-da, as we are, ba-da-do, ba-ba-ba-da, as we'll be, ba-da-do, ba-ba-ba-da, as afar as the pirates see. Hey. Arr.
And that was Pirate Scott Freeman on the banana pirate ship singing New Spark.
Mm.
You are allowed to take them off whenever you're ready. If you want to wear them, you can. It may not help with later on challenges.
Why do you own smartphone gloves?
I picked them up the other week for £1. They're just bound and I wanted some gloves. Bonfire night, fireworks, you know, it gets a bit cold. Hands warm.
That's true.
It was for my smartphone, but I tell you what, we'll give your viewers at home a little sneak peek. We'll go back into that right hand pocket. I've broken 2 smartphones the past 3 months, so I now have a little brick. See, it's brilliant. It drops and it still works.
Whoa!
It'll be fine. Don't worry about that.
Fine, it's in pieces.
I'm saying that it's kind of missing bits out the back. We've got a battery down here now, but that's cool. It adds effect to the Scott Freeman show. The basement session.
You think you've been talking to people on the phone, but really you've been hearing voices in your head. The phone doesn't work.
It's not the first time somebody's told me that. So, I think we're going to go into a question, and it is a very important question. This is on his sheet, but this is a very important question. Probably the most important one for any musician out there. I'm sure you know what's coming.
Yeah.
What is the dream?
What is the dream? Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. As you slowly piece your phone back together from the wreckage. Yeah. So the dream ever since, as I said, I was 9 and I watched Wayne's World, is to make great music and to make music people really enjoy, people can dance to. But music that's got depth to it as well. You know, music that's about the human experience. You know, about a lot of my songs are about relationships, not just between man and a woman, just like friendships as well, just stuff like that. And so that's the kind of thing I wanna write about, and I wanna, and want people to sing along. And a lot of stuff I write's in metaphor, so it's you can sing along to it, but you have to think about it. So I've got like a song called "Same Train, Different Departure Time," which I might perform later. I don't know. I don't know what this guy's gonna do to me. I might be upside down.
Ooh.
Recite up. Okay, no, I've just dug myself a hole. Oh no, I'm gonna be upside down. But the dream. Hang on to the dream. Cling on to the dream. But yes, so I want to be a professional musician. I would love to have a best-selling album. I want to play Wembley. I do. Watching Freddie Mercury when I was younger, I was like, I want to be that guy. I don't literally want to be Freddie Mercury. But that would be fun for a day. But I like me. I like me. I'm a big advocate of me. And so yeah, I want to do big things. So yeah. So music, do it for a living, and I'm gonna try as hard as I can to get there. So we'll see. Only time will tell.
Okay, now I'm going to just put something out there. Many people refer to you that I speak to at gigs or open mic nights when I've been there with you. Refer to you very similar as Mini Jack Black, and I know you have a mixed response to this. So, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, my thoughts. Well, I think it's kind of when people see you play, they try to compare you to something in their minds, so you kind of make sense, And I think kind of what I do is kind of you don't get a lot of kind of big guys jumping around the stage making having a laugh, and going mental. So I think the first guy you think of that similarly does that kind of thing is Jack Black. But Jack Black and Tenacious D are a comedy act, though the way I perform is comical, because I want people to go through the range of emotions in my sets. I want them to cry and then laugh the next second, because I'm weird like that. But as I said, the human experience, it's a roller coaster. So I hate the Jack Black thing. Every show I play, like literally every show, I'll come off and someone will go, "Hey, who do you remind me of? There's a guy. His name rhymes. Jack Black. That's it." And I go, "Oh man, that's like original. That's new, man. I've been waiting to hear that for a long time. Though I haven't. Get away from me." No. It's cool. I guess it's a compliment, because he's like a famous guy and he's cool, I guess.
Okay, now I'm not a big Tenacious D fan.
Okay. Wow, I'm shocked.
But I need an excuse, just anyone. So as you're not overly fussed by Jack Black, I think it's time. I'm sure that those of you that have been watching this show before, you've seen guests come on, and they've gone into this is the Skinny Scott Freeman magic shoe with tasks in. Okay, so here it comes. Okay, bear with me. Oh dear.
This is what it feels like to be on the other end.
I'm not known as a nice person. I'm known.
I think you're quite nice, Matt.
I am, but I like to get even. So, I'm going to show everyone something. You remember this last time. Here it is in the new colour. The Pooh song shirt in white. I'm the guy who sings about Pooh. It's now in black as well. Okay, 2 colours. The Pooh song is my child. It is the first song I made. It's one I fell in love with. Now, there is also a song of Scott's that I feel like is my adopted child, and I fell in love with. Whenever he sees me, he knows the song is coming, because I always say, "Scott, please play this song. Please play it. I really want you to play this song, man." And every time I ask him, he plays it to finish the set off, and I couldn't be happier. Unfortunately today for Scott, the Pooh song has retaliated. So, in all those various languages you got me to sing songs in, I'm going to do the same to you right about now. This is Scott Freeman's song. I believe it may be on your EP. I think it is actually. Return to You. I know that. I've been listening to it.
Oh, big fan.
It's known as Love the Way You're Making Me Feel. You're making me feel all right.
Oh, no.
Do you know how to say that in other languages, Scott?
I don't know how to sing it in other languages.
Now, he doesn't know this. He doesn't even know this happened. But ironically, on his Bandcamp, he put the lyrics up. Silly mistake. Matt Shearman has taken those lyrics. He's put them through Google Translate. He's translated them between, I think it was Catalan, Cantonese, Afrikaan, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Azerbaijani, Israeli. There was something else. There was some Urdu, I think, in there. And then, obviously, as he did to me, it all got translated back to English again through all of those various phases. So, I think you're talking about Guerrera at some point.
Guerrera?
So, Scott, if you'd like to introduce your song, that's fine. I will get this ready for you on screen.
Okay. Brilliant. Well, about how long ago was it? 3 years ago. It was a Saturday morning in my old house in Stanmore in Winchester. And I basically had these two chords, which was this, and then I slide it along. I had that for years. I think I had it since 2006. And then I was always doing this really slow picking thing with it, going, which is cool in its own right, but the song just wasn't it wasn't working. And so I suddenly one day just started going, and Love the Way came about. And I do this song live, I do last at the end of my gigs, and it goes really well and I get everyone singing along. I actually do this game where I get half the audience to shout one thing and the other half to shout the other. And on Saturday I played it in Basingstoke, and I said, shout out a noise, and side A shouted F. That was their noise. They shouted the letter F. And then the other side shouted Spatial. And I was just like, this is just weird. But anyway, I shall now perform this song in a variety of different languages. Here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Love vampire, at your back door, at your back door. Älskar jag, ni skimmer Pitim bagniona, patim bagno. It turns out the screw was the love I'm trying to remind you of the love I'm crying. From your back door to your front door, Kini turns to screw my Yuga. I'm trying to get out of this place, yeah. I'm trying to find a space that I can call my own. And cause you gotta be alright. Cause I love the way you're making me feel, you're making me feel dartan. Love the way you're making me feel, you're making me feel dartan. Love the way you're making me feel, you're making me feel dartan, yeah. Goo goo goo. Yeah, alright. Woo-hoo. Okay, what's this? Oh, Gugma, I'm dying at your back door, and love, I'm crying. From your back door to your front door, turns out the screw was the love. I'm trying to get out of this place, yeah. Trying to find a space that I can call my own. And cause you gotta be alright. Cause I love the way you're making me feel, you're making me feel alright. Love the way you're making me feel, you're making me feel alright. Love me tongue in guitar melody, you in tag melody, so like, love the way you're making me feel, you're making me feel alright. Dang sie ihrer Lunig, ja, den Schumann habub nu salam, dang sie un, ja, kiam yok sneakler, kyogo. The way you make me feel alright. Adoro limodo in sweet, mi stai for sen sintier, mi stai for sedo sintier ben. What? Ow! It's tip of the tongue, can't speak 'cause I'm pouting, baby. Yes, tip of the tongue, I can't speak 'cause I'm pouting, baby. I'm loving the way that you're making me feel. All my days, yeah, I'm loving the way that you're making me feel. I love the way, I love the way, love the way you make me feel. Guerra F blue och ställa uppmärksamheten. Guerra F blue och ställa uppmärksamheten. Ställa max, vi kan en karat. Guerra F brimmer stilla uppmärksamheten. Guerra F brimmer stilla uppmärksamheten. Guerra F brimmer stilla uppmärksamheten. Stilla max, vi kan en karat. Kvarte, F blue stilla max. Loving the way you make me feel.
So that was Scott Freeman performing Love the Way You Make Me Feel in languages that I can't even tell you. Sorry if you couldn't hear me then. Sorry, I'm just communicating with dark forces that be.
Okay.
So this just happened. How was that experience for you, Scott?
That was bizarre.
And how did it make you feel?
How did it make me feel? It did not make me feel loved. I kind of felt like I was being like invaded by some sort of spectral being halfway through the song, and he kept going in and out of me, like the spirit of jazz, but like I'd say more like the spirit of world music.
So Scott, are you ever going to ask anyone to do that again?
Yes, because it makes me laugh. I think I was more brutal than you, though. I don't think you got your payback enough.
I'm just getting started. So I know for a fact that we have listeners listening to my show today, Basement Session number 10 of Skinny Scott Freeman, here with my guest, Scott Freeman. Why don't you tell me a bit about your EP, Scott?
About the EP or the album that's coming up?
Oh, go on, give us a dirty secret.
A dirty secret?
About the album.
About the album.
Something that no one has heard of until right now.
Wow, okay. A dirty secret about the album. One of the songs is about sex. And it's got a one-word title.
Is it sex?
No. It sounds like, in my head, it sounds a little bit like the word sex. But like it's a longer word.
Marriage?
I'm not. No, it's supposed to be a dirty secret, so I can't fully elaborate on what it is. But one of the songs on the album is about sex.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So there's an exclusive for you watching at home. And I say he's already got his EP out, Return to You. I've been having a little listen at home. I hope other people have too, and you've been purchasing it.
Sold 3 on Saturday. I'm quite happy about that.
Sold 3, and I'll tell you what, it's the little things. When you're in the little leagues, sometimes it's a case of you don't even want to sell it. It's just like, if someone will take my album and take it home and have a listen, that means more to me than me having a pile like this in my bedroom. Yeah. You know, and you know, if people appreciate your music, yeah, okay, you're not going to be, say, number 1 all the time in the top 40 charts, but you know, it's the impact I feel you make on people. You know, and if you get that smile, that reaction, that cringe, that laugh, that tear, I think I've even seen someone nearly be sick once at one of mine.
Wow. Was that during the Pooh song by any chance?
Potentially.
Wow.
Some things have gone a bit wrong in the time.
Powerful melodies.
Powerful melodies indeed. So I think maybe it's time we give you another question. You like your questions on this show.
I like questions.
So let's get going. Left or right?
Right.
Up or down?
Down.
Red or blue?
Blue.
Well done. That's a Pompey colour. Correct. Black or white?
Black.
Guitar or ukulele?
Ukulele.
Ooh. Bass guitar or harmonica?
Harmonica.
Scott or Freeman?
Scott.
Oh, he's getting good at this. New album or EP?
New album.
Okay. Mic night or basement session?
Basement session.
Porridge oats or muesli?
Neither.
Parsnips or turnips?
Parsnips.
You had to pick a nips there somewhere. Big hole, small hole?
Small hole.
Poo or vomit?
Poo.
Cider or beer?
Cider.
Water or squash?
Water.
Time is up.
Time.
There was no question there, Scott.
Good question.
Okay, so listening to this right now and watching this is none other than my counterpart. If I'm the silliest person in the world, then there is the serious as well. Silly meets serious. I am obviously with my guitarist Joe Simpson through the power of Brick Mobile. And he has sent me a challenge.
A challenge. Okay.
So you've now got an extra challenge to all the other ones I already had.
Okay.
Now, you've got to understand that me and Joe, we one-up each other.
Okay.
So he will try and do something. So here it is. Play a nursery rhyme on the guitar, but the left hand, so the guitar will also be upside down as well.
What?
I think he's asking you to play this upside down, but then you've got to play it left-handed, so the guitar's the right way up.
So I've got to play a nursery rhyme upside down, left-handed.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Love from Close to the Close.
I think the hardest part of that is the whole nursery rhyme bit. I don't. Okay. Okay, here we go.
For those of you who've just joined the basement session, this is number 10. My name is Skinny Scott Freeman, and I'm joined with one and only Scott Freeman this evening, who is getting himself comfy. He's not really in an upside down, but he's getting there. He is now doing the running man on his sofa. Here I go. I'm sounding like a commentator right about now. Scott's EP returns to you.
Upside down?
No.
Oh, crikey.
So
I'm so sorry, Brendan, for making you do this.
have you done this to someone else as well already?
Yes.
Oh dear. So for those of you that just joined us, Scott Freeman's about to sing a nursery rhyme, left-handed, upside down. I think we'll give it to you there. He's going to hit me in the head if I'm not careful. So ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. Do you know what the nursery rhyme is?
Do I get a choice?
No, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Twinkle, twinkle. Can the camera see me?
Just about. We can change that. And can we do it in a rock voice, please? Rocky Scotty style.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder who you are. Up above the clouds so high, like an angel in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
I want to see some chords.
Up above the clouds so high, like an angel in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle. There's a chord there. Twinkle, 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 little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the clouds so high, like an angel in the sky, saying twinkle. Oh, when you twinkle for me, darling, in the sky. Yeah, my neck is about to snap. There we go, that's just so...
Woo!
Okay.
He actually managed it. He's also a bit stuck now and is probably going to kick me in the head for this. Thank you very much, Joe Stimpson, from a band called Close to the Coast. Check them out if you have a spare minute. I've heard they're all right.
Yeah.
I've
Apart from their singer.
Yeah, they're singer. But luckily I'm Skinny Scott Freeman, so there's no issue there. Okay, so how was that experience for you, Scott? Are you feeling that Payback is a bit of a B, shall I say?
I hope the challengers stop there.
This is funny. This is really funny. I'm very silly. Okay, so I'm going to pick up Scott's board. I'm going to pick something off of it. No, I'm not. I just lied. Sorry, Scott. So it looks like potentially our serious man has got back in touch from Joe, so we'll just see if he's had anything to say. It went to an advert. He missed it all apart from the end.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
Joe. Well, we've got the recording, so it will go onto YouTube, Joe, and you will get to see the whole thing and enjoy it as much as I have done live personally. We've done some questions. Okay. I want to know, if you weren't doing music, what would you want to be?
Wow, that's a big question.
You want to be the best. I like to say I'm the best at stuff. What would you like to be the best at if it wasn't music?
If it wasn't music, so a lot of people don't know I make short films as well. So I think if I wasn't going to do music, I think I'd either get into making films properly, go to film school, become a director, or I'd get into graphic novels. So I'd find someone I can make good art with. You know, I'd write the stories. I love superheroes. I absolutely love superheroes. I'm a fanatic for like sci-fi fantasy storytelling. Like that, that's my bag, you know. And I'm always writing, but I'm always just writing notes for stories rather than actually writing stories. So I've got tons of stuff planned, but because the music, you know, it's a full-time gig. You know, I'm out gigging 2 or 3 times a week, and then the nights I'm not, I'm planning basement sessions. I'm writing blogs for my website. I'm booking gigs. I'm writing new songs. I'm learning covers. I'm making, you know, I'm networking. I'm doing stuff, you know. I'm a single man, so I can do these things. Benefits of being single, my friends.
See, I just got recently, within the last 4 or 5 months, I got into a relationship.
Oh, big mistake.
It does put a bit of strain on the music. You do have to start balancing things out, and it does all change. The networking thing, it brought back a bit of nostalgia. I'm actually going to tell you about one of Scott's gigs, which happens to be one of Close to the Coast as well. It's the Close to the Coast 1 year anniversary on Friday at the Railway in Winchester. If you're around, come down. Now, Ox Jam, 1 year ago, the first ever gig I did on stage, completely impromptu. I was making full English at 5 o'clock in the evening. And when my housemate calls me up saying, we've had 2 acts drop out, we need you and your ukulele. And I turned around and said, I'm not intoxicated. And I'm not ready to be on a stage. He said, doesn't matter, we just need you. So I came down and I did my set. They asked me to play for 45 minutes. My jaw dropped. I said, are you joking? Well, lo and behold, they gave me a microphone, and 45 minutes later, the pain was over. The first thing I did was speak to Scott. And I said, how did it actually sound? And he said, it sounded great, man. And I said, well, I wanted to go further. Like, you know, can you give me any advice? And the first thing he said to me was networking. So if anyone's listening out there and they want to do music, networking is a great thing. I mean, Scott, me and him talk all the time, you know. If I've got a gig, I can get him in, he comes in. If vice versa, if he can get us in, he gets us in. You know, we try and help each other out. If it's mic nights, gigs, basement sessions. And Scott's not the only one. I have many more friends that I've now met, and we're all working together.
Yeah, man.
And as to say, that was from Scott, so thank you for that tiny bit of advice. 1 year ago, I will say, I thought he was a lunatic, and networking was never going to happen. So, do you want to... I've changed my mind. Challenge. So here it is, the skinny shoe of Skinny Scott. We're going to get out a bit of paper. I like this one.
Okay.
Okay, so this one's going to be very different. It's actually been altered right before we went on air. Okay, Scott, before we went on air, we were doing sound checks, and I was kind of butting into your little sound checks.
Yeah.
You can sing any song you want. You have to allow me to butt in.
Okay.
Whenever you want. The final challenge lays here. Okay? So you have 2 more challenges, so potentially 3 songs. Who knows?
Okay.
So, as I say earlier on, it was a bit of a jammy improv session, and I came out with some random words, catchphrases. But as I say, I want Scott to do a proper song of his and see if he can deal with the input of myself. Skinny Scott Freeman. The 9-year-old.
Cool. Right, what songs have I played? So I've done A New Spark, Love the Way, and a rendition of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So where can I go from here?
I tell you what, if one person can reply to me right now on this screen, if I can hear one person say, don't do it, I won't do what I'm about to do. Oh, wait, That's right. I can't hear anyone. I'm going to do it. Whilst wearing this, as it was Halloween, you're now going to become Screamy Scott Freeman.
No, you can't mess with the hair.
Oh no, I can. I'm just about to. Oh no, you wrap a bin bag around my eyes. You will be Screamy Scott Freeman.
Dang it, my hair's going to look silly. I got a particular type of hair where like it only looks good if it's sticking up. Otherwise,
Just like Skinny Scott's, you know.
Okay.
This gets better by the minute.
I'm actually petrified of these masks.
If you just look into the
I can't even see.
That was the idea.
Okay.
You blindfolded me, I blindfold you.
This is a good idea. No, it's a terrible idea. Can you hear me?
By the way, the longer you wear it, the hotter and sweatier it gets, so you better hurry up.
Okay, right.
And obviously, I can interrupt when I want.
You can interrupt anyone. Okay.
Like now.
Okay, this song is called Tear You Down. I'm gonna try and play it. I'm sorry how I shut up. If Billy and Donna are listening, I'm sorry. Here we go. Baby, I'm in love 'cause you tear it to pieces. Never get enough, now you're pulling away. What you say to that, baby?
Hello!
Baby, I'm changed 'cause you're wrapping around me. Run and see the stains painted on your sheets. What you say to that, baby?
Hey, Screamy!
Nothing seems to change, and that bothers me. Yeah. She said as I fell to my knees, I'm addicted to your electric attitude. I said as she began to scream, oh baby, I won't go 'cause you lead me to madness. Bite my burning lip when the terrible happens. If I take you back, babe.
What's your favorite scary?
Baby, I'm changed 'cause starving, I become better friends to drown me. If I take you back, baby. Nothing seems to change, and that bothers me. Yeah. Oh, she said as I fell to my knees, I'm addicted to your electric attitude. I see it as she began to scream.
Screamy, screamy, screamy. Oh, you're a screamy man, a screamy man. A screamy man. A screamy man.
It's just so sweaty.
He's a sweaty, screamy man.
Gonna miss you, I'm gonna tear you down, tear you down. Bass gonna strut, gonna miss you, I'm gonna tear you down, tear you down. Bass gonna strut, gonna miss you, I'm gonna tear you down, tear you down. Screamers gonna strut, gonna miss you, I'm gonna tear you down, tear you down, tear you down. Baby, I'm love 'cause you turn it to pieces. Never get enough, now you're pulling away. What you say to that? Hey.
Screamy, sweaty, Scott.
Baby, I won't go 'cause you lead me to madness. Back my burning lip when the terrible happens. If I take you back, baby.
Ooh, sweaty.
Baby.
He's so sweaty.
Baby.
Ooh, so screamy.
Baby. How you gonna tell me?
Sweaty,
Baby, how you
screamy,
gonna tell
sweaty.
me? Baby, how you gonna tell me? Baby, how you gonna tell me? Baby, are you gonna tear me down? Cheers.
There we go. That was from the screamy, sweaty Scott Freeman.
Ooh, That was definitely an iconic moment of the basement sessions.
I tell you what, I can't wait for you to watch that back in full because I was having a whale of a time there.
I could just about see through the eyes, and all I could see was us both going like this.
It was great. It was like Big Scott and Skinny Scott. Well, you're actually Screamy Scott.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously you say you book a lot of gigs. I don't know if you want to plug your gigs to your audience, as you're on my show.
Yeah.
My show.
Your show.
Yep.
The Skinny Scott Freeman show.
Yep. Basement session number 10.
Number 10, yes. Awesome. So, this Friday night at the Railway in Winchester, I am going to be supporting an awesome local band called Close to the Coast, of which Skinny Scott Freeman, Matt Shearman, is the lead singer of. And they're really great kind of comedy rock, but they've got serious stuff as well. So, like our bands, I'm not really a band, but like our acts kind of work quite well together. So, what time we open it up? Doors at 7?
Doors at about 7, half 7.
Cool.
Go through to about 11. I believe there's
Cool.
even a club night afterwards.
There's even a club night after. So come down 7 on Friday night, have a couple of drinks with us. After 7, doors are opening. 8 o'clock, bands kick off. You got me jumping around. We have a good time. We sing along. Might even pop some big news and some maybe a new song. We'll see. But it's going to be a great time. So 7 o'clock, the Railway and Winchester this Friday. A couple of quid to get in. I'll chuck your CD. We'll have a great time. So be there.
Boom.
Boom.
Any other gigs coming in neighbouring cities or even around?
Oh, flip me. So I've got about 8 gigs this month. It's absolutely mental. Like when I started this year, I decided I wanted to just play as many gigs as possible this year because, like at uni, I could only play like 4 or 5 gigs a year. I've done like near 100. Like that's just stupid. It's just been amazing. So like this month, I've just been offered quite a few gigs. So I'm playing in Bournemouth twice. So I'm playing at Orange Rooms in Bournemouth next Wednesday. Gonna get you a gig there, definitely. So Orange Rooms, and actually no, not next Wednesday. This Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I still feel like it's last week and I'm recording, but I'm not. So this Wednesday I'm playing at the Orange Rooms in Bournemouth, which is pretty near to the train station, near to the O'Neill's and Subway. That's how I know it. It's near Subway.
Google Maps.
So yes, so this Wednesday, I got shows in Reading, Bournemouth, Havant. I've never been to Havant before. You know Havant?
Havant. Sorry, I believe that is my hometown.
That's your hometown.
Yeah,
I thought you were Portsmouth.
Havant, Hailing Island is under Portsmouth. It's a small world. Let me guess, you're playing at the White Hart.
The Curfew. Is that bad?
Oh. I haven't been there for a couple of years.
Okay.
Things change.
Things change. People change. Venues, maybe not.
Yeah, it's more of a pub than a venue.
Okay.
So that could be an interesting one for you.
If I get paid, I'll be all right.
Yeah, then everything's absolutely fine.
Yeah. So, yeah, as I said, Reading, Bournemouth, Winchester. Going to be playing at the County Arms in Winchester on the 28th of November, which is going to be Matt's new night.
So I'm gonna cut in here. Joe Simpson, if you're still listening from Close to the Coast, this is the first he's heard about it.
Oh,
you are down for this gig as well. Of course, the Close to the Coast boys will be there in form. But the County Arms, for those of you who aren't from Winchester, is student central. It is the centre of all the student halls, and it is a pub which has the cheapest drinks in Winchester. It is a very good place to get a lot of people down to, a lot of footfall, and a lot of potential fans down to.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we have a lot of other venues around Winchester, like the Willow Tree, the Railway, the William Walker, all support live music and all do their bit to help. And now I'm taking on this venture of my own to start with a couple of gigs and then go to open mic nights. So I'm kind of following a similar path to Scott. And it's going to be interesting. I'm hoping it's going to work. We will not know until we try. So some of the other acts that we'll be supporting, Ali Al Talib.
brilliant, dude. I want to get him on here if he'll reply to my messages.
I will speak to him for you.
Get him on here.
He may be coming down with the likes of Matt Fryer, the Spice
Legend.
Boys, Spice Merchants.
White Spice Merchants.
I
thought it was White Spice.
It changes all the time. I call them the Spice Boys.
Spice Boys, White Spice Merchants.
It will
That's
have
all good.
Close to the Coast with a guy called Matt Shearman. He sings a song about poo, and the Serious Man Joe Stimpson, a two-piece acoustic rock band. It will have the one and only Soggy Benson with his Council Estate love songs.
He's awesome.
It will also have a couple more acts throughout the night. It's going to be probably 8 to 11, it looks like at the moment, potentially going into overtime. But the headliner for that night is none other than Scott Freeman.
Hey!
And he's only just found out.
I've only just found out. I'm headlining.
You're headlining.
Woo!
Yeah, you are headlining.
I
The
never
first Friday
headline.
night session at the County Arms on the 28th of November.
Is that what they're called? The Friday night sessions?
That's what I'm going with at the moment. I like
Friday
it.
night
Not too
sessions.
lively, not too chill. It's a bit in the middle.
That's cool. That's cool. I'd love to do a basement session live one day. So, do you think that'd work? Basement session live?
Well, the county does have internet.
It does. Maybe one
A
day we can do a
3-hour
basement.
basement session or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm thinking maybe for, I don't know, maybe the 20th or the 30th or the 40th or the 50th or the 100th basement session if we get there.
Or maybe even your album launch.
A basement session for the album launch. Or the ideas live basement session. Okay.
I've given him
Let's
something
think
to think about. Okay, well, we're wrapping up to the final couple of minutes. We'll ask you a couple more questions. XLRs or jacks?
XLRs.
He must be thinking, what the hell's this kid going on about right about now? My mic or your mic?
My mic.
I like my mic. It's great. And final question, have you enjoyed being a guest on Skinny Scott Freeman Show?
I've had a great time, mate. Great time.
I hope you now understand the pain and that other people have come through to go on the show. I believe if you watch number 3, I think it is, there was a guy that came on the show called Matt Shearman. He's never since been the same and has been impersonating other people ever since.
Identity crisis. Cool. Well, I'm going to pray. Am I allowed to play my last song?
No.
No?
Of course you are. It's been a pleasure having you on the show, Scott. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope everyone has at home. Thank you for those of you who have communicated with us tonight.
Thank you.
I do apologise if this is a bit different to what you're used to, but I hope you've enjoyed it nevertheless. It's goodbye from me. The eye patch, the brick phone that's going to drop, the touchscreen gloves, the Skinny Scott Freeman shoe, the screen mask, and Skinny Scott Freeman. I'll leave you with Scott. Have a good night.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt. So definitely check out Matt Shearman, Close to the Coast on Facebook. Give him a like. He's awesome. And yeah, cool. As I said, I've been recording, and so I've been in the studio with some really cool musician friends of mine, Mr. Billy Deadman and Mrs. Donna Peters, and so they are just tremendous musicians, and putting bass and drums down on my album, they've just totally kicked ass. It was an awesome week last weekend. We're not finished yet. We've done all the bass and drums and acoustic guitar, so we've still got all the xylophone and saxophone and all the crazy stuff we can muster. But this is one of the songs we did. It was the hardest song to record, but it's worth it. It's kind of got a weird ska feel. It's called Same Train, Different Departure Time. I was just sitting there, minding my own business, yeah, when she ran out the door. I didn't mind much, but she made a fuss, so now we're drawn into this overture. Darling, won't you come claim your love? Oh, baby, I don't want to, not right now. Why not? Oh, maybe time to realize I never did from the start. And I will come to burn the note that says I love you, baby, deep inside my heart you wrote. I'll never be the same again. That's enough. Time to get a train out of this crazy little thing called love. sitting there, mind my own business, yeah, when she struck out the lights. I didn't want to fight, but she wanted my commitment, so I had to set things right. Baby, I don't know true love is in this broken, broken world. Yeah, just so, but don't leave this life with a real love, my heart and soul. 'Cause I call the burning note that says I love you, baby. Deep inside my heart you wrote, and never be the same again. Let her go, 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 let her go. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, ooh. And now I'm just sitting there alone when she picked up the phone and sang a poetry, metaphors into the night, singing out with the same train, but different departure time. Same train, different departure time. Same train and different departure times. Same train, different departure times. Same train, different departure times. Same train, a different departure times. Same train, a different departure times. Same train, different departure times. And I come to burn the note that says I love you, baby. Deep inside my heart you wrote, I'll never be the same again. I come to burn the note that says I love you, baby. Deep inside my heart you wrote, I'll never be the same again. Be the same again. Be the same again. Ooh, oh, ooh. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Scott Freeman. This has been Basement Session number 10. We shall be back next week with the magical Fred Irwin. That's going to be awesome. See you then.